Kash Patel's nomination to head up the FBI is heading to the full Senate floor for one final vote after clearing the Senate Judiciary Committee today. His nomination is the subject of growing controversy in Washington. Democratic ranking member Dick Durbin has accused Patel of lying during his confirmation hearing and being involved in layoffs at the department prior to being confirmed. And after a tumultuous confirmation process, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. received enough votes to head the Health and Human Services Department. Democrats largely opposed his nomination, and former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky became the only Republican to cross the aisle and vote against Kennedy. And President Trump's pick to run the Department of Education, Linda McMahon, is appearing before senators for her confirmation hearing today. The hearing comes as the future of the Department of Education is in question, with President Trump teasing the idea of dismantling it altogether as part of his administration's widespread government cuts. CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion is following this all for us. So, Nikole, let's start with Patel. The vote to advance his nomination fell along party lines, Republicans dismissing Democrats' demands for another hearing. What additional questions do they have for him? And do you see whether they have really any avenue right now to stop his confirmation?
Well, other than holding the floor, probably not, unless some Republicans defect to the nay side of the aisle. But look, many Senate Democrats said they wanted that additional hearing. For instance, we saw earlier this week a Judiciary ranking member, Dick Durbin, release a letter alleging that Patel may have been involved or even potentially directing some of these firings that are ongoing at the FBI, even though he is not officially the director. So that's why they kind of wanted to flesh out some of those allegations. But nonetheless, Senate Judiciary Chairman Grassley made it clear that he was kind of ready to move on. He did allow Democrats to delay this committee vote by a week, but he made clear last week that he was unwilling to delay it any further.
There are questions about what happens next with Kennedy in charge of HHS. He will now oversee key health agencies with about 80,000 employees and $1 trillion budget. Can we expect the agency to get the DOGE treatment?
Well, I think that's more a question for the administration. I mean, they have made clear that they would like to move ahead with cuts. I mean, you just reported a number of mass firings, for instance. But so we will have to see what kind of approach is taken at the Department of Health and Human Services. But I think the administration, by and large, has made clear that they really want to focus on so-called government efficiency in terms of kind of scaling back the role and form of government, if you will. But that being said, RFK Jr., the biggest controversy, of course, that he faced was his views about vaccines. And even though he argued that he was not anti-vaccine, some still had their doubts, most notably Senator Mitch McConnell, who, of course, voted against confirming him today, saying that he didn't believe that, settled science and views about vaccines should be relitigated, especially considering that he was a polio survivor. So from that standpoint, he did not feel Kennedy was up for the task and voted against his nomination.
Looking at the Department of Education, President Trump has teased the idea of dismantling it altogether, and CBS News has learned mass firings are underway there. What are we learning about Linda McMahon's vision for the department, and what can you tell us about its future if she is confirmed and if it will continue to exist?
Well, having sat in on that hearing, what I can say is that she was very measured in her tone. She made clear when she was asked several times about whether the Department of Education would be abolished that she felt that she wanted to be clear in saying that education would not be defunded, but this was about making the department more efficient. She also suggested potentially reorganizing certain functions of the Department of Education under other federal agencies like HHS, for instance, when she was asked about questions and how she might handle the issue of students with disabilities, who, of course, are protected under the Department of Education. So from that standpoint, she kind of hedged her answers a bit, but didn't outwardly say that the department would be shuttered.
Nikole Killion, thank you.